Good morning, student. Today I am going to continue the chapter Forms of Business Organization. This is my lecture number 12B. Topic is types of company. So, student, on the basis of ownership, on the basis of ownership, the company can be classified into three categories. First is private limited Ltd limited company. Second is public limited company. And third is one person company. All company have its own merit and demerit, benefits, etc. So first is private limited company. Private company, as per section 268. Now I am going to describe about private company. As per section 268 of Indian Company Act 2013, Indian Company Act 2013, private company means a company having a minimum paid up capital of 1 lakh rupees. Minimum paid up capital should be 1 lakh rupees, or such higher paid up share capital as may be prescribed and which by its article restrict the right of to transfer of share. That means private company cannot transfer his shares. He has minimum 2 and maximum 200 members, excluding the present and past employee. Prohibits any invitation to the public to subscribe for any securities of the company. It means it cannot issue the share to the public. Now next is public limited. Public limited company. A public company is company which is not a private company. As per the Company Act, a public company is the one which has minimum 7 members and maximum no limit. No limit. He has no restriction on transfer of security. Public company not prohibited to invite general public to subscribe its security. It means public company Limited have freedom to issue the share to the public. However, a private company which is the subsidiary of public company is also treated as public company. Company limited by guarantee and public company limited by shares. There are two types of public company, public limited company. First, company limited by guarantee, and second is company limited by shares. Means company limited by guarantee means a company having the liability of its members limited by the memorandum to such amount as the members may respectively undertake to contribute to the asset of the company in the event of its being winding up or close up. But company limited by shares means a company having the liability of its member limited by memorandum to the amount if unpaid on the shares respectively held by them. Now, one person company. One person company. The Company Act 2013 introduced a new type of entity to the existing list, that is, apart from forming a public or private limited company. The Act 2013 enabled the formation of a new entity, a one-person company. In short, we can say OPC. In exam, it can be asked full form of OPC, one person company. Means a company with only one person as its members. One person company provide that only a natural person who is an Indian citizen and a resident in India shall be eligible to incorporate one person company. No person shall be eligible to incorporate more than one person company or become nominee in more than one such company. OPC means one person company to compulsory convert itself into public or private company in certain cases where the paid up share capital of an one person company exceed 50 lakh rupees. When it exceeds 50 lakh rupees, then it will automatically convert in public company or private company, or its average annual turnover during the relevant period exceeds 2 crore rupees. If the turnover of one person company exceeds 2 crore rupees, then it will converted into public company and private company. It shall cease to be entitled to continue as one person company. Now I am going to explain about the benefit of public company now, because there are 3 type of company: private company, first, second is public company, and third is one person company. And now I have to describe about the private company. Now see the difference between private company and public company. After differentiate between private company and public company, you will be able to understand both the company in simple form. First, number of member in private company, minimum 2 members, but maximum 200 members. But in public company, minimum 7 members and maximum no limitation. Now, in private company, minimum 2 director to fill quorum. Minimum 2 director. But in public company, minimum 3 director required. In public company, does not invite general public to subscribe its share, debenture and public deposit. Public company do not issue share to publicly, but public company have to freedom for issuing share, debenture and public deposit. Private company does not have need to issue prospectus, not issue prospectus, but public company have compulsory for issuing the subscription. Private company does not permit transfer of share, not transfer of. Now, minimum paid up capital must be rupees 1 lakh, but in case of public company, maximum paid up capital must be rupees 5 lakh. Minimum capital should be 5 lakh in case of public company, but in case of private company, minimum capital should be 1 lakh. Private company exempted from various legal formalities, but public company have many legal formalities. In private company, no compulsion to maintain the index of members, but In public company, it is compulsory to maintain the index of members. Now, I am going to comparative study of all form of business organization once again. Sole proprietorship. Second is partnership. Third is joint Hindu family. Next is cooperative society, and last is company. So these are the forms of organization, business organization. First, sole proprietorship. Easy to form, no registration. Easy to form and no registration required. In partnership, easy to form and registration is optional. Joint Hindu family, easy to form and exempted from registration. Cooperative society, registration is compulsory. And company, lengthy and expensive formation. Registration is compulsory. Now, next difference may be sole proprietorship have only one member. Partnership have minimum 2 members and maximum 20 members in case of partnership firm, and in case of banking 10 member, maximum 10 member. Joint Hindu family, minimum 2 adult member required. Cooperative society, minimum 10 adult members are required and no maximum limit. Company, in case of company, in private company, minimum 2 member required and maximum 50 member required. But in case of public company, minimum 7 member and maximum no limit of member. Next, maybe in sole proprietorship, limited capital is required. But in partnership business, limited capital but more than sole proprietorship business. In joint Hindu family, ancestral property is required. Cooperative society, limited resources from member, and in case of company, large financial resources are required. Now, legal status. Legal status in sole proprietorship, no separate legal existence in case of sole proprietorship, but in case of partnership, also no separate existence. In joint Hindu family, separate legal existence. In cooperative society, separate legal existence. And in form of company, separate legal existence. So these are the difference among sole proprietorship business, partnership business, joint Hindu family business, cooperative society and company. Now I will meet you with next video and with some new topic. Thank you very much.